I'm Katrina Shenfield, and I'm the owner of Expert Skincare Advisor, which is a skincare consulting firm. It has basically two parts to it. So one is I create personalized skincare programs for my clients. I sit down with my clients, I work with them, learning about their skin, and then I develop a complete personalized program for their skin. So I give them a book of recipes where they can create their own skincare. So it's personal for them. Every program is different, and they go home and make their own skincare. If they don't want to do that, if it's just too much for them, then I'll create the skincare for them, have it delivered to them. So that's one side of it. The other side of it is creating my natural skincare products. I have some of my line over here, and I handcraft all my own skincare. It's all plant-based, it's all natural. So those are the two sides of it. I've been creating my own skincare for about 15 years now.
Oh, wow.
And at this point, I make my own tooth powder, my own deodorant, my own shampoo, my own facial oils, my own body butters. I mean, just shave creams, everything for my own personal care. And the way I got into it, making natural skincare, was out of necessity. So I had terrible skin. All through middle school, all through high school, my skin was horrible. I had acne scarring, I had dark marks all over my skin was bleeding, it was cracking, I looked so horrible. And I was seeing different dermatologists, and so I was on creams and medications, and so those things worked for a little while and then stopped working, or they just made my skin worse. And so after 7, 8 years of dealing with this and depression and feeling so ugly and worthless and terrible, I tried to kill myself. So clearly the attempt didn't work, and so once I woke up from the attempt and really kind of sat there and thought about it, I was like, wow, I can't run from this, I can't escape from this, so I've got to do something about it. So at that point I went to the kitchen, started making my own skincare. I started reading Good Housekeeping journals and Cosmo and medical journals, whatever I can get my hands on, and I just started whipping up my own skincare and used myself as a guinea pig. And it took about 6 or 8 months, and I was able to clear my own skin. So my skin was healed. Family and friends, of course, noticed, so I was giving it to them. Their skin improved, and from that moment, I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. And so started making my own skincare from that point. And so that's how I got started. But I just started my company. I have 2 companies. One I started in 2011, and Expert Skincare Advisor I started in February. So yeah, but I've been doing it a long, long time, and so it's really, really fun. And I love it. So we're going to talk about natural skincare versus conventional skincare or synthetic skincare. Just a few of the differences between it. I have a natural skincare company, which means that every ingredient in there is plant-based. So it's made with flowers, with herbs, with herbal extracts, using plants, using all natural materials. Synthetic skincare is lab-created skincare. It's created in a lab, it's made with artificial ingredients, and a lot of synthetic skincare is actually okay. It's not like natural versus synthetic, good versus bad. What happened is there was a natural plant in nature that had certain healing attributes, and a company discovered it and said, you know what, that plant is kind of expensive or it's hard to get to. Let me go to the lab and see if I can do it a little cheaper, a little easier, a little faster. Just kind of create a prototype, a little copy of this so that it's easier to make. And so they went to the lab, created a synthetic version, and that was, what's become known as conventional skincare. The problem with that is our bodies are really delicate, they're very much in balance, and so when we started putting those synthetic ingredients into our bodies, bad things started happening. We started having hormone disruption, we started having rashes, we started having allergies, we started having tumors inside of our bodies, cancers, different types of things like that, because when you start kind of fooling around in the lab and then bringing it out to the masses through our food and through our skincare products, you don't really know what's going to happen. You're kind of testing it, whereas natural skincare has been used for millions of years. It's what human beings have always used to heal ourselves. And so those are some of the problems with natural versus synthetic skincare. What else? So skincare or skin conditions. So when we put things on our skin that our body doesn't like, our body tries to purge them. We all have vital organs running down the center of our body. We have our heart, our liver, our kidneys, our colon, our lungs. These are the most important organs that we have. They allow us to function. And so when we put skincare on our bodies that's toxic to us, our body tries to purge them. It tries to move them as far away from our vital organs as it can. And so it comes out of our skin. It comes out of our skin as acne. The toxins appear as rashes, as sensitive skin, as discoloration, as sagging, because it's breaking our bodies down. And so a lot of the time when you try a skincare product on your skin and your skin reacts really, really badly and doesn't like it, it may be because of the fragrance in there, it may be because of the parabens, it may be because of the sulfides or some other really toxic chemicals that our bodies are identifying as poison and is trying to purge from our system. So it's really important to listen to your body. If you're having a reaction to skincare, always stop using it, because it's probably toxic and your body knows it and it's saying, stay away. So let's talk about a few ingredients that we want to avoid in our skincare. I'm sure a lot of us have heard, sulfides and parabens and things like that. They get thrown around in the media a lot, but some of us just don't know why. We don't really know what those things are. So, excuse me. The first that we're going to talk about is sulfates and sulfides. So what those are is those are our latherers, if you will. When we use soap and it lathers up and it gets foamy, that's what sulfides are. It's an ingredient, an additive to a skincare product or a cleansing product that allows it to lather. And this started years and years ago, and through kind of television and mass marketing and media, that lather has been associated with cleanliness. And so when we see that lather, we get all happy and think, oh, it's making us so clean. But the problem is, that's a synthetic ingredient. It was created in a lab, and they're discovering that those sulfates right here, both with animal tests and in human testing, the clinical trials, people were experiencing eye damage, central nervous system depression, labored breathing, diarrhea, severe skin irritation. So that's what's happening with those sulfides, and even more serious reactions. So there's plenty of skincare products available without sulfides. So, if you see sulfides on the label, you're going to want to stay away from them. You could have a really bad reaction to it. Again, it's toxic, your skin is reacting to it. So that's one of the reasons you want to avoid sulfides. 2, parabens. It's a common preservative. It's used in almost every product. I wish I had some, regular products here to show you, but you'll see methyl or ethyl or something paraben. And what those are is they're preservatives. They help extend the life of a product, whether it's skincare, whether it's food, whatever it is. The problem that they've discovered is after years and years of using these products is that it causes hormone disruption. And hormones such as thyroid, such as our ovaries, these are big hormone producing areas in our body, and so women are having a lot of issues with thyroids. We're having a lot of issues with feminine female cancers and things like that. That's partially due through parabens, because again, they're toxic and they're messing with our system. Our bodies, remember, are very much in balance, and so as we're putting these products on our skin, they're going into our bloodstream, and now our bodies are out of balance. So cancers are the result of those, and those are parabens. Sodium benzoate. You'll see this in toothpaste, mouth rinses, skincare products. Sodium benzoate by itself it's very common, but when you add that with vitamin C and ascorbic acid, it turns into potassium benzoate and it forms benzene, which is a carcinogen. Wow. So it's a cancer-causing agent. And that's a really common preservative, and so you want to stay away from these. And there's a list a mile long. I just wanted to hit on a couple of the big ones, so that when you see that skincare in that shiny pretty box on the shelf, just flip it over, look on the back, and look for some of these ingredients. And I can email you this list if you're interested, the 10 most toxic skincare ingredients that you want to avoid. But those are just a few of them to keep your eyes and ears open and look out for. Moving on, we're going to talk about fillers. In conventional skincare, there's a lot of fillers. Fillers can be anything from water to sand to, just any ingredient that fills a product up, that makes a product heavier, that makes it thicker. That way, the companies don't have to use active ingredients, most expensive ingredients. They just add some cheap crap and, get to sell the product for very expensive. So fillers have no purpose in a product, but they can be pretty dangerous. So watch out for fillers Oh, and a very common ingredient in skincare these days are animal byproducts. They're being used as fillers. So what happens is, let's see, dead animals are basically used, they're taken to a plant, they're thrown into a vat, they're boiled up. The fat and gelatin rises to the top of the vat, they're skimmed off, it's purified, and then those are added to our skincare products. That's a really, really common.
Will it say that on the
No, it doesn't say.
No, or it doesn't say animal byproduct?
No.
Yeah, what
animal,
does it say?
No, it says like gelatin.
Oh, gelatin.
That's one.
Oh.
Gelatin, that's Jello, and it's also in a lot of skincare products. Another one is, where is it? Carnelian?
Carrageenan.
Carrageenan, thank you. That's one's ground up red beetles.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly,
yeah.
and that's used to color a lot of our lipsticks.
Yep.
It's used in
And also
yogurt.
like food coloring.
Yeah,
Why is
yogurt.
it used in yogurt?
Because you need a red, a
The
cheap
coloring.
red,
Okay.
exactly, like strawberry to enhance
Yeah.
the red in the strawberry.
A lot of like raspberries.
Really?
Colors.
Weird.
Yeah. So so just keep your eye out for things like that. So so natural skincare, doesn't have any of that. It can't have any of that in it. Some natural skincare is unregulated, but if you have certified organic products, of course, the government is watching. It's very regulated. And natural skincare is made, like I said, mostly of plant extracts, plants and herbs. And we can talk about why natural skincare, the economics of natural skincare, and why it is or maybe is not worth it to purchase natural skincare. So if you go to the store and you see Oil of Olay, that's a pretty common brand. Oil of Olay, Pond's Cold Cream, Neutrogena, L'Oreal. You go to the store, you see a nice big bottle, and it costs about $3.50. But once you flip over on the back of the label, you're going to see those parabens, you're going to see the sulfates, you're going to see those worthless fillers in there. Whereas natural skincare tends to be active ingredients. Like this. This is a natural skincare ingredient that I have. It's $18. It's a Restore Youth facial oil, but there are no serums. It's carrot seed oil, it's rose hip seed oil, it's jojoba oil. And it's tiny because you only need a little bit. Natural skincare, you only need a little bit because it has so many active ingredients with no fillers. And so, you're looking at the cost differential of $3.50 for 16 ounces versus $18 for 1 ounce, but that's one of the difference. Natural skincare, it's much more active, it's going to last longer, it's going to do more. So just think about that when, you may not want to spend the extra money.
But it lasts longer too. That's
Yeah, it
generally
absolutely
speaking,
lasts
yeah.
longer. It does. What else we got here? Oh, also, natural skincare is not as effective as big name brands. That's another thing that I hear from a lot of people. Oh, well, it's not going to be as effective. Those natural plants, they're not going to be as effective. And like I was saying earlier, marketing and advertising in the mass media, they've been spending years trying to convince us that, big names that you can't pronounce are so much more effective than plants and whatnot, but they're not. Like I said, since the beginning of time, our bodies have used herbs and plants. That's what our bodies are made up of. That's what they're supposed to use. So as soon as those herbs, plant extracts, those natural ingredients hit our system, our body says, oh, that's a vitamin, that's a mineral, that's a plant. I know exactly what to do with that. That's an amino acid. I got this. And so immediately it goes to work within our bodies, and so the results in our skin show up so much better, so much quicker, so much faster. Another thing is natural skincare products are hard to find. No, they're not hard to find. You don't just have to go to Whole Foods and spend your whole paycheck and go broke trying to find these products. There's natural skincare products all over the place. If you just go online, you can start looking on Amazon. You can Google natural skincare products. There are a lot of home-based, handcrafted natural skincare products that don't have the money or the connections to be in the Whole Foods or the Trader Joe's or the Sprouts. But if you just Google them and look online, we have our websites and we're out there for you to find. And so you can find us anywhere. And so, let's see here. We're going to move on to creating some natural skincare. And I am going to do a live demo for you and give you some samples of some awesome natural skincare. So let me go get my stuff. So let me go get my stuff, and you guys can take bathroom breaks or do whatever you need to do. It's just right here.
deal with it. You don't have to deal with the nuts.
No, but I do have two planners that I work for sometimes, so I have to go to March 23rd.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I did like 25 weddings last year between the two of them on weekends.
Are you kidding?
It's exhausted.
I bet it's exhausting.
So I've started coming back. I started saying no, and they're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I'm just not available."
It's 12-hour days. No, thank you.
But 12 and 14 hours will kill you, and then work 40 hours a week on top of it. It's like, thanks.
Okay. So today, ladies, we're gonna do something super simple, and I'm keeping this recipe super simple for you, so hopefully you can recreate it at home, and you can see how easy and fun and simple natural skincare is. So we're gonna make a coconut oil salt scrub for your body, and this is fabulous. Excuse
I
me.
use coconut oil at home too.
Good.
Clarifying moisturizer.
Yes, it's marvelous, marvelous.
It is.
I love it. So coconut oil is great because it retains the skin's moisture content. So it seals up the skin, it keeps it moist. What else does it do? It contains vitamin E, which leads to healthy skin growth. It helps your skin repair itself. It keeps your skin smooth. It prevents it from cracking or leading to any bacterial infections, anything like that. So it's really good for the health of your skin. And of course, it's a skin softener. Next, Epsom salt. Epsom salt is actually not a salt. It's a mineral compound of magnesium and sulfate. And what it does, it regulates the enzyme and nerve functions in your body. So it's fabulous if you're using this as a body scrub, or if you're soaking in Epsom salts. It's really good for the health of your body as it goes deep within the skin and really goes to work in your body. It's also an anti-inflammatory, so it heals any small wounds that you may have on your body, any cuts. It helps with bruising and things like that. And also it helps dry skin. So this is wonderful. So we got some coconut oil. We have some Epsom salt. And within the Epsom salt is some lavender essential oil. So the lavender is fabulous. It relieves pain, it's antibacterial, and it helps kill germs, and it also enhances blood circulation within your body. So we've got those three ingredients. And next we have lemongrass. Lemongrass is also similar to the lavender. It has the antibacterial, antimicrobial properties, good for the circulation, good for the health of the skin. And so while you're putting this on, it's not just like a decadent, like, ooh, a fun treat, but it's actually helping the health of your body. And that's what's great about natural skincare too.
Did the lavender come in your Epsom salt, or did you combine that?
You can add natural. Sometimes I add the fresh herb, lavender, to it. I'll mash it up with, well, you can't see it, with the pestle and mortar, and then I'll process it, but this one came in the Epsom salt. You can find some with it in there.
Oh, that's cool. You can find it.
Yeah, I just bought some. It was
Yeah, I saw some the other
Bed Bath
day.
& Beyond, I want to say, that had Epsom salt with lavender in it.
And is it true that like taking a bath, like soaking in the Epsom salt is like detoxifying?
Absolutely. Yeah, it definitely is.
Chiropractor I used to work for, and used to always tell people to go and take an Epsom salt bath.
That's what my boot camp lady keeps telling me too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great for the muscles, and it's very soothing. Yeah, you know.
Love for the night.
You can scrub a little bit.
A little scrub.
And this one's a little colorless, unfortunately. I know that it smells really good, but it's a little colorless. Usually I'll put some fresh herbs in there, like lavender or maybe a little rosemary, which is great for circulation. It's good for antibacterial, keep your skin healthy and clean. But this is basically it. I mean, all you need is a few ingredients, and if it's too a little too runny for you, add more sugar or salt. Add more Epsom salt to this. If it's not liquid enough, you can add more coconut oil. You can also substitute coconut oil with olive oil. I mean, but it's really simple. It smells fabulous.
Smells
It works wonderfully. You can pass this around and take a sniff of it.
You just rub that on before a bath or something?
Yeah, absolutely. Or after.
On it.
You can do after your shower too. And so yeah, scrub it all over the body, all over your feet. It's going to make your bathtub slippery. So be very careful and then clean out your bathtub after you're done. But yeah, that's super simple. I'll be giving a sample of this to all of you, and I mean, it's just really, really fabulous,
What else
and
do
it's
you
great
use
for the body.
coconut oil for? Like you, I know you said you
I use it in my
Jazz, it
hair.
smells like,
I use it
it's
as
Thai
makeup
food.
remover, and